Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. I'm going to be very, very brief because I got to jump out of here and throw on my Superman suit and head out to the job. So I wanted to jump in here very, very quickly and just go over some stuff. So check this out, check this out, check this out. One of the things, I had some very, very good coaching calls this morning, which were an absolute blast and joy to do. One of the probably one of the coolest things I had a chance to yesterday is listen to Ray Higdon talking about how you do one thing is how you do everything. It was really got me focused on moving to the next level. But one of my coaching clients this morning asked me is about I have trouble focusing on and visualizing my why and where I want to go. And I said one of the things that I do that has really helped me is rewards, and I'll explain how that works. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist and small business entrepreneur net marketing coach. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. And I hope you are too. So check this out. A couple of things. One is rewarding yourself in terms of having a why. And there's all kinds of different things that I coach and I teach in terms of moving to the next level. Of course, tracking and measuring, it all comes along with. If you don't know where you've been, you don't have any plan that you can set goals for the future. You can't walk into a sales job and say you're going to get 25 sales if you've never got 2 sales, right? Because you don't know the process. You don't know how many presentations you have to do. But said that to say this is you get to the point, and one of the things that makes a lot of sense to me and that I've connected with, right, is rewarding myself with something physical, some type of tangible, something that I can touch and feel. For example, one of the rewards that I'm in the place of putting together for myself, this is a physical reward for me is accomplishing, is when I get to 5,000 customers, I'm going to get myself a really nice Watchwinder box. Now, Watchwinder boxes aren't all that expensive. However, one of my goals to getting to that 5,000 customers is to have this box. So every time that I open that box, every time I put a watch in that box, I have a physical attachment to that. One of my other rewards, and if you haven't noticed, you look at my profile, you see I got that really sexy custom Harley Davidson sitting up there in the cover photo, is I've been on Instagram talking to these guys and looking at custom Harleys. I'm probably pretty sure they do them on Facebook everywhere else, but Instagram, they're a little bit easier to find. So I've been talking to these guys and reaching out to them and saying, you know, how do I, how long does it take to build a custom bike? How much money would you need up front as a deposit to get a custom bike? And it isn't just about buying the motorcycle, right? It's about setting myself as a reward. So when I get to a certain income level in my business, when I get to a certain team level inside my business, I can then call them. But here's the cool thing about this reward. And the reason why that's so visual is when you're building your vision board, right? There's a couple of different parts that you can put up your house and your car and all that kind of stuff. It's cute. It's all materialistic. But the primary reason behind having a physical attachment to that is once I get that motorcycle built, right? So there's a couple of different things going on in there. Is one is I know that when I'm able to physically go buy that motorcycle, when I physically go buy that motorcycle, is that I have reached that income goal that I want to be with my company. But more importantly, is that income goal doesn't come just by I reached it. It doesn't come from just having a lot of sales. It comes from having a lot of customers. It comes from building a team. So when I actually physically get on that motorcycle and ride it, I now have a physical attachment to building that team. But what's even cooler, so I backed into that. I said, what would be really neat is that when I have an upcoming event, I've said this about 6 times a day, I get emotional every time, is I have an upcoming event, right, that I can call the motorcycle guy. I've made that accomplishment. I've put in all the work. I've built the team. I've got the volume. I've got the income. But going and having that motorcycle built so that I can actually ride it to that event, right? Be able to ride it to that event and pull up in front on that bad boy and get off of it, right? And everybody can see this, but it's not about me, but it's about being able to speak at that event and share that story of why the motorcycle, why it was such a big deal to have it custom made, why it was such a big deal to have it at that time in the life of being there. So I have that tangible object, that tangible piece of materialistic thing that I can get on and realize that the reason I'm riding this motorcycle is because I've impacted thousands of people's lives, right? A custom Harley like that's 70,000-ish plus. In most cases, they're pretty expensive, right? So it's gonna be a big dollar amount that I need to write a check for to build that motorcycle, but more importantly, I can look at it and I can attach my team to do this. So here's how this works, right? So if you're thinking about, okay, Forrest, how do you do this? So first of all, you need to set up your milestones of what you're going to reward yourself with. So maybe it's the $500 to $1,000, $5,000. In my case, I put a 5,000 customer team group together. There's going to be there's a dollar amount attached to them, but I just said 5,000 customers, right? So I'm going to get me this nice Watchwinder box. So that's my first tier level of where I want to be for my business. Now there's nice income coming along with it, but the Watchwinder box, they're expensive, but they're not stupid expensive. And your rewards don't have to be expensive. They just have to be tangible. Maybe you get yourself a cross pen or a nice watch or a nice pair of shoes, something that's tangible that you can attach yourself to help your vision move to the next level, that makes you feel good when you open it up. It can't be something that's non-tangible, like, oh, I'm going to take myself on a trip, because you can't bring the trip home with you, right? It's nice to go on a vacation because you have money, but this has to be a tangible, physical object. I've got an S-Works bicycle, which is about a $12,000 bike. That's also on my list. So the Watchwinder boxes, the bicycle, I brought a couple of watches put in the mix in there. So when I get a certain level, I'm going to get myself another level of watch. I'm probably going to get a Sig Sauer or something like that mixed in the middle there. So I've got some things, and it's the materialistic things attach themselves to a level that I've reached inside my business. So when I get to that business, again, I get to that business level of income that I've generated, I now have a reward to go with it. So every time I look at that watch, every time I put a watch in my Watchwinder box, every time I get on that specialized bicycle, or every time I get on that motorcycle, or every time I get in the G-Wagon, which is the next level up, I have done something in my business to reward myself. For me personally, is to be very successful. They say you have to have a why that makes you cry, but you also have to treat yourself nice, reward yourself. So I challenge you this. If you haven't set up a reward incentive program for yourself in terms of taking yourself to the next level, and some people say that's really materialistic, yes, but it's also rewardific. You're rewarding yourself for the work that you've done to make the impact in other people's lives. There's a physical attachment to it. There's an emotional attachment to it, and it has to be something that's valuable to you. Like, I love my watches, right, that I have. And when I put on my watch and go, man, I bought this watch because I helped this many people. I got this Watchwinder box because I have this many customers. I got this S-Works bicycle, and every time I get on it for a ride, I can think about the people and the stories. And I've got the story behind it to share with people, to say, people go, how the heck did you buy a $12,000 bike? Well, here's how I did it. Here's how many people I reached out to. Here's the team that I worked out. Here's the leaders that I have that are helping me do that, right? It's all connected to some other reward. So I challenge you in your vision board, if you're struggling with sort of how to put your business together and how you want to show up, I challenge you to create some rewards for yourself, that as you rank up, that you're going to give yourself a reward to do that. And it has to be a physical, tangible product that you're giving to yourself. Be selfish with it, right? I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.